Hi, welcome back. Today's episode is about dictionaries. We're going to talk about dictionaries in Python. What is a dictionary and what is the purpose of using dictionaries? How can we transform on one object into a dictionary? This and more gonna be discussed next. Let's see. First of all, a dictionary is mutable. That means we can change the different values and keys that we will have in a dictionary. Also, because dictionary is an extended set, we cannot have the same keys. Also, important to remark that dictionary is not a list. But we can transform a list into a dictionary, or also we can say that we can use some list to create a dictionary. Important to say too that the order of items is preserved. The same way as we input or put some values into a dictionary, they are represented in the object. We can create dictionaries inside dictionaries. So why we're going to use dictionaries? Okay, the most important thing is about mapping different values into a data frame. That means, for example, we have different columns with categories, but we can want to change some categories into a new category. The mapping using dictionaries will allow us to create an easy transformation. We can also use dictionaries for encoding variables. Instead of calling sex, we can use some numerical values. Female, male is going to be translated into zeros and ones. For telling you an example, of course, we can use this for multiple values. Okay, let's see. There are different ways to define a dictionary. The first one is using an empty object. If you remember, when we were using set, this one here, we say, okay, this is my set. Why this is not a dictionary if I'm saying that we're going to use the brace is defined to create two things, a dictionary and a set. That's what I said before. There was an extension of a set. The dictionary was an extension of a set. Check here when I define this object, set1. As you can see here, type is at set. Can you see this in the Bar Explorer? Is set. Why? Because I have a different collection of values, in this case, hola. Okay, but also if I create an object, empty dict, we will say what is create. As you can see, empty dict right now is create dict. The object empty dict, by using the brace and set1 using brace, can have different meanings because, as we will see, a dictionary has values and keys. Meanwhile, a set has only values. Check here. If I want to print the type of this object, is a class dict. Okay, let's see that different ways to create the dictionary. First of all, we have myDicto. We create an object called myDicto, and it's a dictionary. We can add different values like this. Card is going to be the value. The same way we create set1, we can add card, but the difference between dictionary and set is that for this value, we're going to associate a key. The key will allow us to find some values in our dictionary. That means that they are going to be connected the key with a value or key with different values, as we can see here in phones. Check here. We have phones associated with more than one value. Okay, let's define. myDicto is empty, but now I'm going to add a value, card, associated with that key. As you can see, now the size of this dictionary is 1. It doesn't count name and card as two separated values. It counts name as the key and card as the value. Let's continue. Last name. Now we have size 2. You can say, okay, there are 4 values. No, okay, as I mentioned, the comma, it allows us to identify the link between the key and the value. Let's check now. Now I add phones. So you can see we have 3 different elements in my dictionary, my dictum. Okay. Important, if you're going to add more than one value, use the brackets. As you can see here, we can print my dictum, and that's what we have. The 2 points allow me to identify the key, link it to the value. Okay, we already saw this representation, key and value. That means that I don't have to create an empty dictionary and start adding values. We can define my dictionary by multiple entries. As you can see here, we have name, 2 points, this is my key, and my value. And check that we're using the braces too, important. Country, Canada. Okay, I can see this part here, it's my key and my value. Telephone, I define only one telephone in this case, and my value. And I'm going to define it here. There it is. Person, as you can see, is a dictionary, size 3. Name, country, and telephone are the keys, and John, Canada, and 1, 2, 3, 4 are the values. We can print it. Here, other way to create a dictionary is using the word dict or the function dict. Why do I have to use dict here if I already have the braces? Okay, because maybe we could have a list and we want to transform it to a dictionary. But remember, it's using list, not only one list. We are going to use lists. For example, here, I have the union here of which kind of object? Okay, we have a tuple, some tuples here. Remember that in a previous video we talked about tuples. For example, if I say name Francis, and I'm going to save this into X, you will see X is a tuple. Okay, that means that we have a tuple here, name Francis, but they're going to be related. How they're going to be related? How going to be linked? Okay, because I'm going to use the word dict, the function dict. Okay, I use this list. I know it's a list because I'm using the brackets here, and using also tuple. Person, as you can see here, is defined now as name Francois, country Canada, and telephone 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have multiple ways to define a dictionary using the braces only, empty dictionary, and start adding elements, or using the function dict by using the combination of list and range or list and list. Check here. If I don't use the function dict and I only use the braces here, let's check what is going to be X. X is a tuple now, but I'm going to rename it. And here we have X is a list. Why X is a list if it was defined like this one? Okay, because the function dict will transform our list into a dictionary. How? Because we have tuples. They are related here. Name and Francois are linked the same way that country and Canada are linked. Check that X is a list. Okay. Some important thing is about all the keys have to be strings, because you have been working only with strings. Name, last name, phone, telephone, country, all those keys are called using strings. Actually, no. For example, here, check this sample dict. My key is 10 and my value is a string. So Doesn't matter if the key or the value are characters, strings, integers, or not. So you can see here, my sample dict has two keys, name and 10, and two values, John and mobile. There is no restriction between the data type we are using. We saw that we can use multiple values for a key. As you can see here, multiple values, not only two. How to extract values and keys from our dictionary, because this is the important part we need to know for mapping. We have three different keys, name, telephones, and country. Three different values, John, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Canada. How to extract whether keys or values? Okay, here in our first input of values, we saw that was the dictionary name and the value name, the key name. In this case, we have name, so it means that I want to extract from this key and this dictionary. So let's see what it's going to give us. Check person name here. Person name, John. Let's see. John. So we are going to use, as the same way we saved information into a dictionary, the same way we can retrieve that information. Person, name. And how to extract in a different way? Okay, using the function get. It is not necessary to use the braces. We can use the function get. With get, we can extract information. Get what? Okay, from the value, from the key, I want the value saved or linked to this key. And you will see. Telephone in person is 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's no telephone. As you can see here, telephone is not a key. You see, is an S, is missing an S, is a non. So it's important that it doesn't send an error or a warning or something else. Okay, let's change to telephone. And as you can see, we have a list of values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. And get all the keys. We can get the keys here. Keys associate in this dictionary. We have two different keys in this dictionary, name and telephone. As you can see here, person type, person keys, what give us? Dict keys is a class of object. And get all the values. Value is similar, of course. If with person keys we obtain the keys, with person values we will extract the values, all the values. It's important to understand that if we're going to map, we want to retrieve the two linked elements, keys and values. One way is to retrieve is with person items. This function will retrieve us the linked elements, keys, value, or the pairs, name, John, telephone, and so on. We can extract all this information too by using a loop, the for. As you can see here, I'm going to extract the key from person. I'm going to print the key, and this is how we can retrieve what? The value associated to a key from this dictionary person. Let's see. This is another way to do the same than before. Here we have, for this key name, we retrieve the value person key. Okay, person John, person name. What is that value of name John? And then we say telephone is a key. Person telephones. Okay, give me back my telephones. 1, 2, 3, and so on. And using items, we can use it too. But as we saw, items retrieve or give us back the tuple key value. We can see here Yeah, okay. Key value is going to be a tuple. Okay, the first element is going to be, that's why I'm accessing it, and I have to access with 0 because it's the index 0 is going to be the key, and 1 is going to be the second element in my item. I repeat because items, that means key value is a tuple. Okay, let's see. Okay, perfect. It's the same than before, right? Using keys to accessing to the information and to extract the values, or using the pair key value. And we can access to this tuple by using the index 0, 1. Okay, so far we have learned what is a dictionary, multiple ways to define a dictionary, how to extract values, how to extract keys, and how to print the information in a dictionary. Hope you like it. Thumbs up.